Hey guys, it is RC and I am back with another Fallout 4 video. I just posted a new build over at Tamriel Vaults called crySYNTHamum, and certainly like you to go check it out. I will put the link in the video below. Uh, Basically, this is an event build for Fallout 4. Called Secret Origins, and it's basically taking the character and trying to twist and morph the storyline into something else that makes sense from within how the game progresses, but allowing you to advance from a different perspective. So, pretty lengthy backstory. Longer than I normally do, but I felt it was warranted in this case. A lot of the comments that I got while it was in the workshop were not enough detail because of, the twists to the character. So anyway, we just thought we would go in and, put that in. And since I've got the build posted now, I've got all the gear and stuff, I wanted to go ahead and just do an update video. So real quick, we are over here in Ten Pines, so just kind of wanted to show my character here, and we'll scroll out a little bit so you can kind of see this is our armor set that I decided to go with, and we'll kind of go over each piece real quick. Naturally, in all the screenshots I did it without the helmet, but I really like the synth field helmet. I just like the way it looks and flows. The lines on it are real smooth. I also used the synth armor, and it looks like a neck piece here is really all it is. So it leaves the body completely open while still providing protection. I like that it didn't take away from the lines of the armor. And I actually went, for a little bit of a look this time. So since we are a synth, even though it's AI, we went with the real heavy right leg here. So let's get into the apparel. The Devastator's right greave. So, oops, sorry about that. So that's our right leg there, the real heavy one. And that's the only thing that really jumps out on her other than the helmet. And I wanted that to be kind of an homage to the synth and robotic background, the Institute. And then that's also why I went with the synth shoulder there and the synth helm and chest piece. The Minuteman gear, just because I like the look of it with this outfit. It also gives agility and perception, which are two of the bigger special perks that we use in this build. And you can see on that left shoulder piece we did get one that was modded, strengthened in fiberglass, so just combat armor on that. Champion's right arm, you can kind of see the spikes on the right arm there, and it really doesn't stand out very much. It leaves the right shoulder open. And again, I just kind of was looking for something that was a little clean, and I wanted that right leg to kind of be the piece that really popped, because it was kind of robotic looking, without being a robot. As far as weapons, we are going with the. You can use the assault rifle. That's certainly an option. You can use anything. We're using semi-automatic weapons, the rifleman perk. So these are some of the items that I was using earlier levels. And then I wanted to go with Virgil's rifle for my energy weapon. Again, because we are from the Institute, most of them use energy weapons, so that was going to be one of our core weapons. The splatter cannon was the primary weapon that I really liked, and that ties in with Nuka World, of course. So that brings one of the DLCs into the build, and the Overseer's Guardian is basically a just a combat rifle. I have not gotten that one, but that was another one that I really liked. So those are the three that we're going to go with. I want to real quick run over to the Air Force Tower over here and get some combat footage. Now, what we're going for in the build is to kind of mimic the Courser. So I went and looked at what Courser stats were. And tried to go with those. I do have two optional builds. One is the default build, and then one is if you want to do settlement building as part of your playthrough. Some people still like to do that. I'm one of them. Some people just like to get away from that and just do the building, the character itself, and that's okay. But we wanted to just kind of get a little closer to to that kind of a synth build. I'm assuming this is repopulated. Oh, okay. Oh, that was because I got hurt. So that's the slow time that pops in if you get hurt. I shot him too close. Not sure if this guy's still alive. I know he was shooting at him. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. And I'm not going to loot anything on this particular run just so it goes quicker. So again, I just kind of wanted to get an updated video now that the build was complete. I had the gear I wanted. I had the weapons that I wanted. In fact, let me...
This area appears to be unsafe. We must proceed with caution.
One of the things we do not have is we do not have stealth.
Adjusting visual sensors to compensate.
What the fuck was that?
So we don't have stealth capabilities, but you can sneak, but you do have to, you're not... Oh, my guy didn't kill him. You notice the
Such a skill again.
where's he at? There he is.
Using resymbol. They're out there. We'll find them. Judging from all this dust, we could be the first to visit this.
Now, naturally, these are dying a lot quicker because they are raiders, lower level than we are. But anyway, that's combat. That's a couple of the weapons that we use. That's nice. So anyway, that is the build in a nutshell. Again, with the stats that we have, we're going strength to mimic the courser's strength. Now I went with the alternative build, which puts points into charisma earlier, but I've gotten enough levels. This is, I don't know, my 4th playthrough, and I was just trying to get screenshots mainly in this one. So we went with the alternative build to be able to do the settlement building. This put us with we've actually added points, about 4 or 5 points into perception. Well, we started off with 3, used the bobblehead out of Concord to get the 4th one, and now we're up to 9. And actually we're up to 8, but we have the gear that gives us 9 now. Same with the agility. We're at 5. That's all we really need. So this actually ups it a little bit. Your perception is going to be your stat dump as you're leveling up, that you're going to have to dump some points into to get the perks you want. You can, depending on how many levels you go, if you play it to a high enough level and you just have the points, you can dump points into endurance as well, again to mimic the strength that a courser or a Gen 3 has. And then you can take some of the extra perks, adamantium, skeleton, solar powered, even if you want to go all the way to 10 points. Intelligence is another one that we could probably use, but again, you have to limit it on the front side. You don't want it to be just to take every perk that there is. But if you do play to a higher level and you want to take those perks, help yourself. Take some of the secondary perks. In fact, we can look at the perk chart here. Probably some that you'll want to take are like gun nut, science, if you want to do some modding. I'm not taking any of those just because I don't think the character, that's not the character's background. She's trained in weaponry and is dealing death basically. And then, like I said, I wanted the settlement building, but you don't have to go that route. And the reason I am, we're taking steady aim, and I'm working to get down. Now I can start taking sniper, and I want to get penetrator, and that'll be kind of the cap for the perks that I've got. But anyway, so you are able to sneak around in stealth mode, but we don't have any points in the stealth perk itself. And I don't know if that made any sense, but here you see we didn't take anything in sneak. And also, the reason I took Mysterious Stranger is and used VATS is because a courser, according to the wiki lore, is able to summon up to 3 other synths to help in combat. We don't have that ability. You can use Nick Valentine, you can use Ava, but also the mysterious stranger gives us that follower that appears in combat only to mimic that particular courser ability. So that's where that came from. Had a lot of fun doing this, and I think the build is pretty solid. I'm happy with it. I was really looking forward to working with Lizette and seeing the magic she could bring to this build. And I know if she would have been able to continue on, she had to withdraw due to time constraints. But I tell you what, I think she would have really done some magic to this particular build. And I was really looking forward to that. But we'll try to get together on a build one day down the road when she has time again. But I do thank her for at least attempting. And I tell you what, I think we've all lost out due to her not having the time this go round. But I hope I've done her proud. We put a lot of discussion into it after she came on board. This was a build I had had in the works for a while. But anyway, I've brought it back for this event, seen it through to fruition finally. And thanks for checking out the video. And like I said, go check out Tamriel Vaults if you're not already a member over there. If you play Fallout or any of the Elder Scrolls games, it's a great website, a great community site that focuses on the Bethesda games, specifically Elder Scrolls and the Fallout. We do character building, lore discussions, story writing, so a lot of stuff to check out over there. If you're tuning into this video on my YouTube channel and you're into those games and you have not heard of Tamriel Vaults, go check it out. I'll put the link to the main page of the forum in the video below as well. Thanks for checking out the video, guys, and we will see you next time. Take care.